Those just look like a baby drew them. Okay, we're gonna try to follow a Bob Ross painting tutorial. So I'm gonna be doing, let me look up which, so people know what episode it is. I'm gonna be doing season 24, episode 1, Gray Mountain. And Joe's also gonna be doing one. We'll check in on him throughout. But first I'm just gonna start by painting with Bob Ross's Liquid White. You can buy Bob Ross's Liquid White, or you can just combine titanium white oil paint with linseed oil, which is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna paint that.
What did you use for your green? I used the middle one. Middle one? There's one green.
This is Bob Ross's method of wet on wet. So you paint it with the liquid white and then it makes it easier to blend the colors after. So we just bought a cheap oil paint set at Michael's, and so I have, I think, most of my colors. So now we're just gonna follow the Bob Ross painting tutorial.
It's full of warm colors, and as I say, it sort of makes you feel good when you look at it.
Makes you feel good.
Little X's, little crisscross. So you're making little X's, little crisscross strokes go all the way across the canvas, like so. We're making our little crisscross strokes, or little X's. And just like that, we'll lay in a little bit of the yellow ochre. There, yellow ochre is sort of a nice gold color. It's beautiful. Beautiful little color. And we'll reflect a little of that into our
White.
Joe's going for it.
White in here.
Shoot. Time to get crazy. Time to get crazy. Let's go right into the such a warm color. It just makes you feel good when you look at it.
Bright red is such a good color. Makes you feel good, according to Bob Ross. I like this whole not having to clean my brush in between colors. Okay, I'm going for it.
Oil?
Going for it. Whoa, I think this is looking good. Now he wants me to combine colors. Okay, so he wanted me to combine red and blue, so I tried to do that, and I think it's okay. Now I gotta put it at the top of my canvas.
Fill in the top of the sky. Phthalo blue and alizarin crimson. And you can take this to the blue side or the red side. Just sort of depends on your mood and how you feel. It's strictly and completely up to you. Maybe I tell you what, look here. Just a happy little cloud up here. We can make the indication of a little cloud just by tapping. There he is.
This does not look like a cloud.
Little cloud, oh, big cloud. So you can just let it go. Let your imagination take you wherever you want to go. But all we're doing is just tapping in some basic little shapes here. Maybe we'll put one on the other side. We don't want him left out. Something like that. Now then, while we have that lavender color on the brush, the blue and the crimson, we'll just come down here and fill in the whole bottom of this.
Okay, he's tapping. My easel costs $9, and my easel will not handle the tapping. Gotta like hold the back of the canvas. Joe's just doing it like face down on a table, which actually I think might be a little easier.
Brush, the blue and the crimson. We'll just come down here. Once again, all we're doing here is just reflecting the colors from the sky into the water. There we are.
Now Bob Ross wants me to actually clean my brush for the first time, so I get to beat the devil out of it. If you don't know what that means, go watch a Bob Ross painting tutorial. Alright friends, you want to come with me to go clean my brush? Look at my hands. Okay. How you doing, Joe?
Don't want to talk about it.
Okay. So outside we have paint thinner, so I'm going to clean my brush with the paint thinner. We have it outside because it smells terrible. And there's snowy on the ground, so... And I don't have shoes on. Oh, it's working. Beat the devil out of it. I don't want to stain Joe's porch, so I'm beating the devil out of it in the air. Okay, this is is what it looks like so far. So now we have a clean brush. It's kind of stained, so I'm hoping it's okay. Now we're gonna move on. Okay, he's telling me to start going like this with a clean brush. I don't know. I think it's gonna smear my colors. I don't think I'm gonna do this. He's going like this. Okay, I guess it's not bad. I think I'm gonna start making mountains. We gotta mix it. Mix. Mix. He holds it like this. And I have to get a little roll of paint on the end. I'm starting real small. Where does my mountain live? This is the scariest part. Okay, my mountain's gonna live right here, yes. He makes it look so easy. Oh Lord.
No, it's right there.
It's where our mountain lives. Looks terrible.
Just literally cast a root.
He just makes it look so easy. Okay, I don't really get how to use this thing. That's the problem. Those just look like a baby drew them. I'm gonna perfect this real quick. I have made terrible mountains, and now we're gonna attempt to shade the mountains. So, should probably clean off my brush or my knife, and then I gotta combine titanium white and midnight black. Yo, I thought I'd be good at this. Okay, good.
I used to tell him just to pretend that he was a whisper that just floated right across the mountain. And that way he understood how delicate of a touch. So maybe that's a good analogy, good way to remember it. Just be a whisper that floats across here. Very delicate. And by applying no pressure, it allows this paint to break. In other words, it leaves all these little holes in it. And that's what really makes it look neat. Makes it look like a mountain. And it's very simple. There. We can begin putting in the indication of all kinds of little shadows in there. I'm going to add just a touch more blue to my color, just so it shows up a little better and you can see it. There. There. A little touch in here. Every highlight needs its own individual shadow.
Look at yours. From a distance, it looks great.
From a distance it may look great, but up close
great.
doesn't look great. These Dollar Tree brushes aren't bad. I like them. There's no hairs on the brush, on the canvas or anything. And they were $1.
Put another little range of mountains.
Oh, we gotta do another mountain range.
And watch how it pushes that first range back.
Oh God.
That's just put it.
I also realized that he is using a square canvas. I am using a rectangular one, so that's why mine is a little more spread out.
Something about like that. Back to our little highlight colors, the gray color. Same.
No. Heck yeah, it looks like a mountain. Okay, his knife is definitely better because he just goes like psh, psh, and it just goes on. Mine, on the other hand, not so much. How's it look, guys? A little pointy if you ask me. Little pointy. Looks a little bit like a child, aka me, drawing mountains. Alright, now we gotta shadow and highlight. Shadow and highlight the mountains.
There. Something like so. Clean dry brush. And once again, just tap this a little to create the illusion of mist down at the base. And lift upward. All right. Now, let's have some fun. Shoot. Tell you what, let's...
I might not be a good painter, but I'm good for something. There you go.
Thanks.
It's probably hot. I'll just set it down.
And there's some little foothills. And the little foothills can be made just by doing something as simple as this, just tapping downward. Just tapping downward. There. That's all there is to it. Gently. Little 1/4-inch strokes. Very small. Lift upward. It'll make it look like little trees that live way back here in the distance. Far, far away. Pulling straight down. Straight down. It's most important to come straight down. And then gently coming across will make the indication of instant reflections. Sometimes it's fun to have several layers here, and you can do that just by doing it the same way. There, tap in some basic little shapes, pop it up, make it look like little things far away, and then we'll put in another little reflection. As you come forward, each layer should get a little bit darker. A little bit darker. Shoot, I tell you what, let's have some real fun here. Maybe there's another one that comes way out, there, something like that.
Okay, now we're gonna be doing trees. So, for this I'll be using my makeup brush. That's a fan brush because I didn't feel like buying a fan brush.
Just use the corner of the brush, and as you work down the tree, push harder and harder, bending the bristles. Down here, ooh, we're really getting tough. We're just bending it all the way down to the furrow. Get tough. Show it who's boss. These little evergreens live right in your fan brush. You just sort of at times have to really get forceful and push them out. There they go. Here comes another one. And you decide how many trees you want.
Wow, he's going fast. I think my trees don't look that bad though.
Technique. We use no patterns or no tracings. It's strictly up to you, because you can learn to compose as you paint if you'll just practice. If you'll just...
Oh, my camera's gonna die. I'll tune in at the end. This is the progress so far, doing the trees. Did some highlighting of the trees. My camera battery's gonna die, that's why it's kind of stopped. Okay, I've moved the painting inside because we are in a sunroom where there's no heat. So I wanted to bring it inside, and that's what it looks like. Looks better further away. But not bad, not bad. Yeah. So my camera died halfway through recording the painting, but you saw me do most of it. The hardest part was the mountains, but it actually turned out really good. I'm happy with it. It doesn't look terrible. So yeah, I thought it was really fun. It was really cheap compared to like going to like a painting with a twist kind of place. We got 2 large canvases for $5. We got the paint sets each for $5. So if you're doing it by yourself, you'd only need 1. And then the painting knife was $3. I got 4 paintbrushes for $4 at the Dollar Tree. But of course, if you're by yourself, then you only need half that many brushes. And then the linseed oil. But if you're going to a place like Michael's or AC Moore, you can they always have the 50% off coupon, so that's awesome. So yeah, hope you enjoyed me trying to follow a Bob Ross painting tutorial. Okay, bye. Can you see what I'm doing? Should I back this up a little? Joe has left the building.